This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, a University of Otago study into activity in the workplace is set to go back from backroom tests to the university staff and faculty. The Green Party co-leader was in Dunedin and says many voters aren't thinking about September's general election just yet. And a 26-year-old PhD student has travelled to his ancestral home to research dance in relation to exercise. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. A University of Otago study into activity in the workplace has gone from the laboratory to a real-world trial. Researchers from the School of Physical Education and Department of Human Nutrition are looking into whether taking a 2-minute activity break every half hour will be for the greater good.
Putting their bodies on the line in the pursuit of science. University of Otago researchers Meredith Petty and Elaine Hargreaves take a break from sitting at their desks with a series of lunge squats, which researchers say can benefit both body and mind.
So the psychological benefits that we're looking at are just general well-being, psychological well-being. So do you feel less tired? Do you feel more energetic? We're looking at measures of work productivity to see if you feel like you get to the end of the day and you feel like you've accomplished more than you might have done if you hadn't been quite so active.
Where Associate Professor Hargreaves is looking after the psychological side of the research, Petty is from the Department of Human Nutrition and says lab-based trials have shown interesting results.
So we know that when people actually do them, that they're very effective at lowering glucose levels and fat levels in the blood. But what we don't know is whether people will actually do them in their real work setting. So that's what we're hoping to find out.
The next step is taking the trial into a real-world scenario with people who work in offices, who can sit for up to 8 hours a day. And while it may be distracting, she says people shouldn't worry about disturbing their colleagues.
We're encouraging people to make it part of their everyday and make it a regular occurrence. But if you are in an office where you might be disturbing people, you could actually go out of the office and just walk up and down the corridor and then come back in, or just do something quietly.
The researchers admit people may feel a bit shy about doing a series of lunge squats at their desk. So Hargreaves says there are some less strenuous ways to incorporate a 2-minute activity break into a daily routine.
What we're trying to show is, can it work in a workplace environment? Will staff do it, and will they do it often enough to get those health benefits that we've seen in a lab-based?
The workplace trial is set to begin at the University of Otago, with researchers also running control groups to support their studies. From there, the researchers say they may look for a Dunedin office workplace, which could also provide a research group. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Dunedin-based List MP and National Party health spokesman Michael Woodhouse has admitted receiving patient details from former party president Michelle Bogue. Woodhouse says it's not the same information which Hamish Walker sent to media, leading to Walker's decision not to seek re-election. Earlier this week, Michael Woodhouse accompanied National Party leader Todd Muller when he visited Dunedin. Muller answered questions about both Walker and Woodhouse while addressing media in Rotorua today and says he's questioned his caucus.
Yes, I have had that conversation with my caucus around the expectation that I have that if people have personal sensitive information they would let my office know, and as you'll be aware that's also been confirmed separately by Michelle Bogue.
Michael Woodhouse says former National Party President Michelle Bogue sent him 4 unsolicited emails between June 21st and 25th. He says the emails contained similar private information which had been sent to Hamish Walker. Another political party leader was in Dunedin this week taking part in a debate and chatting with students at university. Green Party co-leader James Shaw found out, unlike politicians, the general public isn't really thinking about September's election just yet.
Dressing to match a Dunedin winter's day and chatting with students on campus, Green Party co-leader James Shaw is glad of a parliamentary recess.
Because this is the first recess that we've had really, and political parties now kind of getting out on campus and so on, actually people are starting to think about oh, okay, there is an election and you know, where do I want to go with that?
He spent time on the Greens stall with Dunedin candidate Jack Brazil and believes the first-time candidate will be good for Dunedin and the party.
Well, remember, Dunedin and North and South are amongst our highest polling electorates in the whole country when it comes to the party vote. And we've got a really strong history and tradition here. And I think Jack fits into that tradition, although he's it's a first-time candidate. What we're hoping to do is to return our party vote to what it was in sort of 2011, 2014 sort of numbers. And you know, if today's anything to go by, I think we've got a chance.
Shaw says former Minister David Clark's demotion to electorate MP from Health Minister won't hurt Labour in the South. While the MP for Dunedin North says he's sad to lose the portfolio, he's now got time for other work.
Look, obviously there'll be things that I will really miss about the health role. I've got mixed feelings. In one sense, I do get to spend a lot more time in the electorate doing that bit of the job that I really love. And flip side is, of course, I've invested a huge amount in being the Minister of Health and in the sector. It's full of great people who want to help others. And also we've got a review that's just come back that sets out a vision for the sector, and now I won't be able to drive that change. It's all laid out there as a program of work, but so it's mixed feelings.
The former Health Minister isn't the only Southern politician to have fallen from favour, with Clutha Southland MP Hamish Walker resigning yesterday. Tidy National Party candidate Liam Kernahan says Walker was out of options. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Film and TV industry players from the Central Lakes area have given strong support for a proposed film studio near Gibbston. About 50 people, including producers from Auckland, attended a forum at Gibbston Valley Winery yesterday. High on the agenda was a proposal to build a $12 million film studio. Catering for television advertising and film shoots, it would offer much-needed facilities for wet weather shooting and post-production. The next step will be to apply to the Queenstown Lakes District Council for consent, hopefully later this year. A final year PhD candidate spent last year in the Cook Islands, working with communities on a dance-related exercise program. 26-year-old Troy Tararo-Rohi is also believed to be the first Kiwi of Cook Islands ancestry to study at the School of Physical Education in Sports and Exercise Sciences.
26-year-old University of Otago physical education student Troy Tararo-Rohi leads an exercise class where the movements are based on traditional Polynesian culture.
So what we've done is we've kind of found an exercise program that utilises more, traditional movements. So we use our Cook Islands dance and we've mixed that in with traditional resistance training. But the traditional resistance training is being the sections that we have for the resistance training emulates making coconut cream. So we're kind of trying to get back to traditional ways of food preparation as well as our traditional pastimes of actually moving and doing dance.
It's hoped these dances will help people fight issues such as obesity, and he says traditional elements in his suggested exercise regimes have been much appreciated by the older generation.
When I went back over to the Cook Islands, it was the first thing that was said after every single session was like, we love that you've brought this back into our exercise sessions. And just for age ranges, we have our youngest being children, which is seen here, but then also our eldest participant being 80 plus. And we've kind of all just come together to move as one.
The blending of Pacifica with exercise is part of Tararo-Rohi's PhD studies, making him one of the first Cook Island doctoral candidates to come out of the School of Physical Education.
I'm extremely proud of everything that I've been able to do in this time, but I've also had really good support systems and just a community that I want to make extremely proud, but also just something that we can create together to help us be better in the future.
Once Tararo-Rohi gains his PhD, he's intending to keep on with his new cultural exercise program. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, Dunedin's Alahura Mosque seeks a replacement imam, and some lucky children get to test their acrobatic skills, so catch this and more after the break.
المهيمن العزيز الجبار A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
Hi, Lindsay Campbell. We're back in Invercargill again. We're here for a month. We've got a men's fashion clearance at up to 70% off. We're right beside the motorcycle Mecca. Check them out too. Jackets, lovely knitwear, scarves, hats, you name it, we'll keep you warm. Come and see us at the Menswear Fashion Clearance pop-up.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's the Alex Campbell Menswear pop-up store in Invercargill.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Wrens are Otago's painting, tiling and plastering experts. Offering a free measure and quote, Wrens is a name you can trust to get the job done right. Call Wrens today on 477 9384 or visit wrens.co.nz.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Do you know Youth Grow in North East Valley? It's an awesome plant nursery where young people can work and learn life skills. You can now order your vegetable seedlings, herbs, bulbs and shrubs over the phone or by email. Either pick up your order on Norwood Street in North East Valley or they can deliver to you. Look for Youth Grow Garden Centre on Facebook or visit youthgrow.org.nz. Happy gardening!
Heaven Sent Pet Cremations knows that losing a pet is like losing a family member, and we have many special ways for you to keep their memory dear to your heart. From caskets, remembrance pendants to remembrance spheres. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today.
Welcome back. The search is on for a replacement imam for Dunedin's Al-Huda Mosque. Last week, worshippers at the mosque were informed of the resignation of Sheikh Azarul Haq Abdullah. The Otago Muslim Association says the Sheikh's resignation went smoothly, but mosque officials have called a community meeting to explain the situation to worshippers. A replacement process has yet to begin, but it's hoped a new leader of the mosque will be found in the coming months. Children got a taste of the big top this week in Alexandra, thanks to Queenstown circus artist and teacher Abigail Rose. Miss Rose says the simple lessons for children aged from 4 to 10 provided an introduction to a range of circus skills including trapeze, aerial silks, acrobatics, juggling and hula hoops.
Children got a taste of the big top this week in Alexandra with Queenstown circus artist and teacher Abigail Rose.
So the thing I love the most is that there is something for everyone. They don't have to be physically strong or capable to do everything I teach them. And I love that it encourages them to work together. So there's a lot of safety involved. So you have to look out for each other, you're climbing on each other, you're watching out for your peers, and that's really, really important. And then there's a lot of sort of mind work with the juggling. So there's the coordination as well. It's not just about being strong and flexible.
The simple yet fun lessons provided an introduction to a range of circus skills.
They're really focused because I think there are so many different aspects to circus. They're not set on the same activity for the whole duration. So they're really, really focused, and then it's a complete different apparatus. So yeah, they love it.
In Alexandra for the South Today.
A Belgian-born creative couple are travelling around Aotearoa collecting art from New Zealand artists in their nomadic art gallery. The pair's Antipodean journey has had a bit of a pause during the COVID-19 lockdown, but they are glad to be back on the road.
Is it a van? Is it an art gallery? Well, it's both. It's both a van and mobile art gallery for former Amsterdam-based artists Arthur Burms and Eugenie Koch.
We're like, wait, let's why not do a nomadic art gallery? And then never stopped. Like it kept growing, and then here we are. And we never lost touch of, like, we never hesitated one moment, like, should we do it, should we not?
The pair have been on the road around New Zealand for the better part of 6 months and say people have told them their plans to do similar projects, but have praised the travelling European artists for doing it well.
Like what you are doing now, we tried to do it in less professional ways, but we can sort of professionalize in the coming years and sort of capture artists' lives, artworks, have the story around it, sort of capture the different cities, the different cultural background, have a sort of a lot of interesting content.
Blue Oyster Gallery director Hope Wilson says it's a pleasure to be working closely with the pair.
No, it's been such a fantastic opportunity to work with them. Yeah, Arthur and Eugenie are just both so lovely, and they've done a fantastic job of kind of getting to know the artists that are working in Dunedin and connecting with people. And I think having the gallery outside during the opening last night, having the nomadic art gallery outside last night was just such a fantastic compliment to the exhibition and a testament to the collaboration that we've really. This exhibition is a product of both of us.
Dunedin illustrator Tarn Scott is one of the lucky local artists adding her work to the mobile canvas and says painting on a truck is a bit different to what she's used to.
It's all right, you know, it kind of reminds me of like art school walls because it's so lumpy and like it's got the same texture.
The European travellers say every aspect of the van is to be used, including the cassette player, as a pair of Christchurch musicians are creating a soundtrack. The nomadic art gallery is set to be around the south for much of this month. In Dunedin, the South Today.
After the break on the South Today, the Highlanders get ready to face off against the Hurricanes in Wellington this Sunday, and we have the weekend's weather for you, so see you after the break.
Evening, I'm from the Parks Department. Have you got a permit for that fire?
Heaven Sent Pet Cremations knows that losing a pet is like losing a family member, and we have many special ways for you to keep their memory dear to your heart. From caskets, remembrance pendants to remembrance spheres. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today.
Hi, Lindsay Campbell. We're back in Invercargill again. We're here for a month. We've got a men's fashion clearance and up to 70% off. We're right beside the motorcycle maker. Check them out too. Jackets, lovely knitwear, scarves, hats, you name it, we'll keep you warm. Come and see us at the Menswear Fashion Clearance pop-up.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's the Alex Campbell Menswear pop-up store in Invercargill.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. MoleMap is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Do you know Youth Grow in North East Valley? It's an awesome plant nursery where young people can work and learn life skills. You can now order your vegetable seedlings, herbs, bulbs and shrubs over the phone or by email. Either pick up your order on Norwood Street in North East Valley or they can deliver to you. Look for Youth Grow Garden Centre on Facebook or visit youthgrow.org.nz. Happy gardening!
Wrens are Otago's painting, tiling and plastering experts. Offering a free measure and quote, Wrens is a name you can trust to get the job done right. Call Wrens today on 477 9384 or visit wrens.co.nz.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر.
Thanks for staying with us. The Highlanders are set to face off against the Hurricanes in Wellington on Sunday. The team's skills coach says they've learned what needs to be improved since losing to the Crusaders last weekend.
There's not much rest for the Southern rugby team, the Highlanders, with another game lined up this Sunday, this time against the Hurricanes. Highlanders skill coach Ricky Flutie says he's largely happy with how the team played and lost against the Crusaders last weekend.
And when you're playing against all New Zealand teams and Crusaders on the weekend, they've got X-Factor players all over the park that can create opportunities out of nothing. So we thought our defence was really good throughout the game. We defended for long periods of time, but as I said, you know, we missed a few opportunities.
Satisfied with his team's defence, he says the objective while playing the Hurricanes will be to take advantage of opportunities as they present themselves.
We'll probably only get a handful of opportunities, you know, to put points on the board. So, as I said, big focus for us is being able to nail those moments and get those points on the board.
The last time the Highlanders beat the Hurricanes was in 2015. The most recent matches against the North Island team have seen the Highlanders only a few points behind. And Flutie is promising an exciting match next Sunday.
So it's been a fair while, so it's definitely going to be an awesome match.
Kick-off at Wellington Sky Stadium on Sunday is set for 3:35 p.m. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A University of Otago study into activity in the workplace is set to go from backroom tests to university staff and faculty. The Green Party co-leader was in Dunedin and says many voters aren't thinking about September's general election yet. And a 26-year-old PhD student has travelled to his ancestral home to research dance in relation to exercise. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page. What have you got for us in this weekend's paper? It's a big one.
Saturday paper, and they're getting bigger every Saturday, so that's good news for the readers. We've got more on the TY Point closure for tomorrow, a bit more detail about what the whole process might involve, and we also found out perhaps the first wave of redundancies could take place before Christmas. So,
gosh, they're not mucking around, are they?
No, they're not, which tends to suggest that this has always been part of the plan, I guess, to get it closed. So, PM Jacinda Ardern and Grant Robinson are going to head to Invercargill. They've announced that today, next week, and but warned they're not coming with some sort of rescue package for the smelter. It's more to support those who are going to be losing their jobs and offer some I guess some ideas and some strategies for that. So yeah, interesting that the government is not going to jump on board and save the smelters. So yeah, there's a lot of people think that. We've got a lovely feel-good story as well about a World War I medal of a former Dunedin man, William Manson, that's finally found its way back to the family. It sort of got lost for quite a while. William died in France just a week before the war ended in November 1918. He was awarded the British War Medal, and it came back to Dunedin, but then seemed to have disappeared, and then found its way into a principal's desk. They think a child might have brought it along as a show and tell, and then forgot about it. Then it ended up at a rest home, and they got a local man, Huey Ockwell, who's a former army officer, involved, and he managed to track down the niece of William Manson, and was finally able to present her back with a medal. So lovely story there, and well worth a read.
Fantastic.
Weekend Mix, we take a look at the big issue that's been plaguing the Otago Regional Council in recent weeks, and that's water rights. Of course, Marion Hobbs losing the chairwomanship this week. So yeah, he has a look at the history of water and what's really caused all this drama, so that's well worth a read as well.
Great, and you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
It's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with the city view, a pair of ducks getting up close and personal at Queen's Gardens. Looking at the situation, a westerly airflow increases tomorrow ahead of a cold front due on Sunday. Expect some rain with a front with brief snow to moderate levels late Sunday. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport are looking at mostly cloudy skies, showers and 12 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim can expect clear blue skies and 14 degrees. Moving down to Canterbury, it will be cloudy for most places. Kaikoura, Christchurch and Ashburton are heading for 12 degrees. To the southern towns, plan for fresh westerlies with some cloud. The Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are all aiming for a high of 10 degrees. In central Otago, you can expect freshening northwesterlies with cloud increasing for all areas. Wanaka, Queenstown and Alexandra are heading for 11 degrees, while it's due to be wet in Te Anau and you're looking at a 10-degree high. To the northern towns on the coast, Timaru and Oamaru can expect moderate westerlies, clear skies and 13 degrees. Inland, those in Twizel and Marama can plan for moderate northwesterlies, clear skies and 12-degree highs. In Dunedin, mostly fine tonight with scattered cloud and an overnight low of 5. And it's going to be fine and sunny tomorrow with moderate northwesterlies developing, a high of 12 and a low of 8 degrees. Cloudy with periods of rain on Sunday, moderate northwesterlies at first, cold southwesterlies later and snow flurries to 300 metres on Sunday night, looking at a high of 10 and a low of 4. And in Invercargill, cloudy tonight with southwesterlies with an overnight low of 6. Cloudy tomorrow with a few showers later as westerlies become stronger, looking at a high of 11 and a low of 7 degrees. And rain easing to showers during the day on Sunday with strong cold southwesterlies. Some sleet and hail with showers possible in the evening, looking at a high of 8 and a low of 3. And that's all from the South Today team for this Friday and indeed the week. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz or follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.